Hey y'all, it's Tiffy. Welcome back to my journey and my channel. So today I will be doing a fruit infused water recipe for you all. So as many of you all know, I have embarked on my 30-day water journey for the month of December, and I've invited all of you all to join me. So, for some of us, it's harder to drink water than others. And so, in an effort to help support you all on your journey of being hydrated in 2019 and having better hair, skin, and nails, I decided to come up with a few water fruit infused recipes and share them with you all. So, I love water, and so I have very little difficulty drinking just straight water, depending on the brand. I am brand picky, but sometimes it's always good to switch it up and get the added nutrition that comes with infusing your water with different fruits. So today's recipe I am going to be sharing with you is super simple, and you can switch out whatever you don't like for your favorite fruits and your favorite brands of water. So today's ingredients for our water recipe include limes. So I have a friend who has a lime, who just harvested their limes. You can see all those beautiful limes, and so they sent an entire bag full. So I thought, what a better thing to do than to start with limes in my recipe. So my second ingredient is blackberries. And so I was able to pick up these beautiful blackberries from Myers, my local grocery store, and they were actually on sale for $1 a carton. So as you can see, so far this recipe is very budget friendly. And so the final ingredient to our recipe, it's only a 3-part recipe, is water. So the water that I will be using today, I have a beautiful fresh gallon of Ice Mountain water. And so I purchased this for $1.39. And so you can use whatever brand of water you would like. I like Ice Mountain as well as Evian. However, since Ice Mountain came in a larger size for a more economical price, I decided to start with that. So the first thing we're going to do is take our pitcher, and I have my beautiful pitcher here. This is one of my favorite pitchers that I like to use. I got it from IKEA on a special about 2 years ago, and so I actually bought 2 of them, but today I'll only be using 1. And so I like to use this because it adds to the ambiance of the whole water experience, because it's a clear glass pitcher. And so I'm all about the naturals, so I enjoy a good cork top, and so it comes with a cork top. And so I normally just fill this up and add all the fruits that I'm using, and then put it in the refrigerator. And every time I take some out, I add more water into the pitcher, because it's not the largest pitcher, but it's still really beautiful. And so I just add some more water into it after I fill up my glass. So first we'll start, and just a few things. So with your limes, you have a lot of options to what you can do when you're creating your water recipe. So here today I have some whole limes. So you can take your whole lime, and I have some lime slices you'll see here, and you can slice up your limes and put those in the container. And normally that's good for, I would say, no more, about 2 days, because after 2 days, if you're going to use the entire lime slices in the container, sometimes your water starts to taste like the, what do you call it, the hull or the outside of the lime, and I don't really care for that. And so sometimes I add lime slices. And you also have another option. You can take a juicer, just a handheld juicer, cut your lime in half, like so. I'll demonstrate. Just cut it in half. You take 1/2, put it on top of here, and you just turn it, and your entire container will fill up with lime juice. And you can take your lime juice and you can pour it directly in your container. So if you don't want the full slices in your pitcher, which I think are really pretty, you can always just add the fresh lime juice if you'd like. And if you don't have access to fresh limes, you can also use lime juice or even lemon juice. Sometimes you can buy it in already squeezed in a container. And so whatever works for you. I like the fresh limes, of course, because you get the added nutrients that may be missing after they've been pre-squeezed for you. But again, it's all just for flavor, to help it all go down smoother so we can all be hydrated in 2019. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to add my water to my pitcher. And so I like to add a little bit of water first and then add some fruits. You don't have to do it that way. You can do it whichever way you prefer. So I'm just going to fill up the pitcher about halfway. Look at that hydration, you guys. We're going to have awesome hair, skin, and nails. And so once my container is filled halfway, I'm going to go ahead and drop in some limes. And the reason I said, again, a friend of mine just got finished harvesting their garden of limes, and so that's why I'm starting with this recipe first, but you just drop them in. Isn't that pretty? And so another good thing, just in case you're wondering, limes are really high in vitamin A, C, and D. And so that's another good benefit to adding fruit to your water. You have great flavor as well as the added vitamins that you wouldn't have if you were just drinking the plain water by itself. And so now I'm going to add in a few of our what are they called? Blackberries. The blackberries. You can also add blueberries too. Stay tuned for a future recipe. And so I just take a handful, and like I said, this was an entire container. You can add as many or as few as you'd like. And so what I typically like to do is I like to, and see those sink straight to the bottom. It's so cute though. It's just so pretty and scenic, you know? So what I like to do is I like to add my, first I'll pour that in. What I like to do is after you're finished making your recipe, you probably should let the fruit soak and infuse with the water for anywhere from 1 hour to up to 2 days. If you want to, I always drink while it's infusing because I just can't wait because it's so delicious. But you can, when you're drinking it, you can leave the fruit in the container when you're ready to pour. And then I'm just gonna take my spoon and do a little stirring just to help her out there. And so I just love the colors. But when you're pouring into your glass, you can leave the fruit in the container and just drink the water, or you can also pour some of the fruit into your glass and eat that while you're drinking. And so I really love blackberries. And I know some people don't like the fact that they have like seeds, but that doesn't bother me. They're totally delicious. So what I'm gonna do, because my water was not chilled before I added, that's tasty. It wasn't chilled before I added to my pitcher, so I'm going to not drink this yet, but I'm gonna leave it in the freezer. You can put it in the freezer if you want to speed up the chilling process, but I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for about an hour or so, and then I'm going to drink some. But I just wanted to come and share my recipe with you all really quick. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. I can do some more if you would like, with different recipes and different things that you can add for a nice, fresh, vitamin-infused drink of cool water in this cold weather. If you're in Chicago like me, it's freezing outside, but that doesn't stop me from loving cold, cool water. So the blackberries are really good, you guys. I bought them a few days ago, so they're like really ripe. So tasty. So yeah, and it smells good as well. Other things to keep in mind are, and some people do this, don't forget, if you're gonna put slices of whole lemons or limes or any fruit with the peeling or hull still on it, you want to make sure you clean them thoroughly before you put them in your water, because you don't want any of that debris to be in to mess up the flavor of your delicious water. And so you can rinse them off. Some people soak them in a nice vinegar water for a little bit to kind of kill the germs and get the debris off. Whatever you think is best. It's super good. I can see the pulp floating around. I don't know if you all can see it. The pulp kind of floating around in there. It's gonna be so delicious, you guys. I'm so excited. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this recipe. Please join me again for future ones. I'm gonna be drinking a gallon of water each day. That's my goal. That's our goal for everybody who's joined my challenge and everybody in my tribe. So I'm gonna come up with share lots of different recipes with you all on ways to spice up the water if you don't like to drink it plain. Another recipe, which I'll probably do next, for someone that's trying to hydrate more, but they still want a little kick, I'm a big fan of sparkling water. And so I drink a variety of different brands of sparkling waters all the time. And so if you'd like a little extra kick to it, you could add the fruit to your sparkling water or mineral water or bamboo water. Did you know they have bamboo water? They do. It's a thing. So yeah, I gotta stop eating all these blackberries or I won't have any left for my water. So, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Share your recipes if you have some different ones with me. I'm always open to suggestions. It's going to be a long month. We're still at the beginning. Thank you all so much for joining my journey. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And follow me on Instagram at The Tiffy Journey TV. I will see you all in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. And stay hydrated. Toodles!